the way the poster is.
You didn't watch it, Rich?
No, I didn't watch it. But yeah, you can.
You got 2 minutes. Watch it.
Yeah. Go watch it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
All right. I'll watch it now.
Oh yeah.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. You're watching Splash Pages. We're powered by the Dorkening Podcast Network. If you haven't guessed that already, my name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We're going to have a killer show for you today. As always, Velvet Joker, how's it going, my friend?
It's going great. Lots of stuff to talk about. We had the Batman on HBO Max. We got the Thor trailer. We're going to talk about a great Thor story by the classic and well-respected Walt Simonson. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah. Plus, Star Wars news, Moon Knight. There was a big thing dropped by Zack Snyder today. Yeah. Drew. Hey, Tom says happy Tuesday, everybody.
Hi, Tom.
I'm ready to go.
Hey, Tom.
What was that? Was that a 3-foot roll?
Nope, no, just some bubble gum. I was just have a bubble, and I'm ready to steal third base. So let's go.
All right.
Yep.
Jar Jar.
Hey.
How's it going?
Going great. Fantastic.
Can you high five yet?
I'm a righty, so yeah.
All right, good.
We're good.
You're doing great.
I see you have your Thor up above you.
I got all set. Look, we got.
Nice.
I can't do this. Beta Ray Bill, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and his first appearance over there. And you got your vendor. Yeah, I Thored it up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still ticked off. I actually had that issue, and it was lifted from me.
Oh.
Yeah, I think in my move to Florida and back, I think somebody might have lifted a box.
So 337.
Yeah, so yeah, a bunch of my Marvel books have like disappeared.
That's too bad. It's sad to lose. It's like losing part of you.
Yeah.
Like it really is. Like during this whole controversy that I've got going on, there might be somebody that has to come in and go over my collectibles and stuff, and it's got me. It's weird to think about somebody going through your stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just an odd. They're personal. They're more memories than things.
Yeah, it's it's links us to our childhood or happier
Yeah.
days. I was talking to my wife earlier today, and I told her I ordered something online, and she's like, "You got to save your money, if we want to move out of renting and get a house, we need to save." But it was so I was cruising on eBay, and I found a complete in box copy of Dig Dug for Atari.
Nice.
So you literally did the opposite of what your wife told you.
Well, she told me that after I told her what I ordered today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it might even be sealed. I found out there was like
That's pretty cool.
a lot of Atari 2600 games, like thousands of them that somebody found. So there's like a whole mess of like unopened games floating around in the market. Yeah, I got it. That Dig Dug should be here next week. So
So you're
That's
telling
awesome,
me,
Leo. I used to love that, like doing that and blowing a guy up.
yeah.
so Leo, I just want to make sure. So you're telling me somewhere someone found some sort of treasure chest of old timey games.
Yep.
And just decided to
Yeah.
share the wealth with the world for a price.
I don't know the full story, but yeah, apparently it was a warehouse full of
Hey, J-Bo.
games.
Matthew. Is that Matthew or Matthew?
Hey, Matthew.
Oh,
Haven't seen you online for a while. Great to see you.
hey, bro.
J-Bo. How's it going, J-Bo?
What up, Jay?
Yeah, I want to say it was like a Sharis lot or some weird name with the SH. So I don't know if it was the name of the warehouse or something like that. But yeah, I'll let you know how it is when it comes in. But yeah, my wife was like, "You gotta start saving." So I'm trying. You
and me both, buddy.
Yeah.
Resist the purchase.
Exactly.
I'm allowed $20 a week on my purchases for like my treasuries and stuff. So like I really space it out. I save up here and there.
I did this thing where where I spoke to a friend of mine. Her dad is a financial analyst, and he's been helping me get in the mindset. He was like, "You got to do your budget. He's like, look at your statement and figure out what can be cut." I'm like, I'm gonna cry. But Leo, like you said, like I'm trying, and like hopefully, I don't know, 2-3 years maybe have enough saved up so a down payment for a house probably would be possible. But still living.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same here. I figure 2 years we can hopefully move out. I'm gonna have my car paid off at the end of the year, and I got a loan to consolidate all my bills, so that should be paid off in 2 years as well. So
nice.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I don't add up any more bills along the way.
Yeah, I do.
A bunch of stuff for this week.
I again did that thing where I've been so swamped I have paid attention to nothing, so I will just comment on y'all. So
well, the big thing is Batman came out on HBO.
I've only made it an hour and a half in so far, but it's great. And you guys can spoil away, like I don't mind.
No, we won't. Nope.
Oh, I have some things to say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So
I do have to say, there's a weird, like, the way I forget the guy's name portrays James Gordon. They're like
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, they're putting it down on the Penguin, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, Humphrey Bogart just showed up. I was like, what's going on here? Like, it was a strange, I don't know. It was a strange feel.
All right. Well, I loved the supporting cast. Well, most of them, except for Andy Serkis, because I felt like he had it seemed like there was no emotional connection between him and Robert Pattinson whatsoever.
I thought it was strange. He was doing the ciphers and stuff. I'm like, what happened to the back computer?
Well,
Like,
I
did
guess
they-
it's only year 2. He didn't technology up that much at
Yeah,
that
he's
point.
still
Well, he got the
awfully still
Batmobile.
Yeah,
Well,
there was some cool stuff. The Batmobile, the Penguin. I mean, he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I thought Zoe Kravitz did a super respectable job as Selena Kyle.
Yeah. That was weird. That is that a normal? I've read Batman for a while. I've never heard, and I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler, that Selena Kyle is Falcone's daughter.
Yeah, that's been in the comics before.
Has that? I don't remember that.
No, so I can answer that one. That is a storyline that is potentially hinted at during the Long Halloween Dark
Really,
Victory
I missed that
storyline.
completely.
Well, that was the reason that in Long Halloween we kept seeing Catwoman, especially near Falcone. But it's something that's more explored in Dark Victory, which was the sequel to Long Halloween, and her own miniseries, Catwoman When in Rome. All great stuff. All still Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale. If we
So
ever,
this is continuity.
I, it's
God,
hard
I
to say.
feel stupid at this point. I'm like, God
No,
damn,
no,
I've been
no.
reading Batman for
It's
so
hard
long.
to say because a lot of early stuff that takes place in early continuity very often got retconned or kind of
Just pushed to the side.
pushed to the side. So it's really hard to say if it is, but that point was directly from Long Halloween, like Long Halloween, Dark Vic.
Well, they took several items from Long Halloween,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that entire when he was talking about being shot, Falcone being shot, and his father worked on him. Yeah.
Was that, Leo, what you meant by that they referenced something directly from Long Halloween, or was there something?
Yeah, it was that.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus, it also takes place during Halloween, so it's just
Yeah.
Right. And
As soon as they started that, I was
John
like,
Turturro as the
oh,
gangster.
that was cool.
Especially, I don't know if any of you guys watched Severance, seeing the total opposite character that he plays in Severance, where he plays like a gay, meek man that works, like in a cubicle type situation, just a total opposite. Was really strong seeing him as a mobster.
The last thing I remember him in is the Transformers stuff, which was funny. He kind of made the movies for me, but this was excellent.
It's
His
funny
serious.
because when I saw him as the villain, like I had flashbacks because I remember him being Jesus from Big Lebowski. Nobody fucks with Jesus.
Right.
That whole thing.
Goes click.
Exactly.
Anybody seen that movie?
But then I remember when he was the villain, kind of in Rear Window, so I knew he could pull off being.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. He's like that, like Amish kind of creepy dude.
Yeah, with the hat.
Yeah.
But it's funny because from what I did read up on the whole thing, and apparently his son is like an editor or somebody at DC Comics, and he worked with him to really get down like the character and the attitude and just like that reverence that you would expect from Carmine the Roman Falcone. And it was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I already said my feelings on it. So Rich, you saw it, so
Yeah, I didn't feel as strong about it. I kind of felt like, especially Robert Pattinson was very flat.
Okay.
I couldn't wrap my head around him. I thought he was better as Batman than he was as Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did
I
think
was trying to take into fact, but I just felt like they were just like, oh, let's take this from the comics and let's take this from the comics, and it just felt like a grab, and to me it felt like it had no soul. And the last 20 minutes they could have just totally cut out. They could have stopped it after the whole big Riddler. I don't know what you want to call it. Shooting gallery. I felt like it could have ended right there, and that whole extra 20 minutes and him doing the thing with the kids and stuff. I was like, this is stupid.
Hey, by the way, Leo, just letting you know, you keep glitching. So I just want to let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Does it
ordered
make you feel like subliminal messages are happening and stuff?
Oh no.
Messes with me.
no, I ordered a new cable. Hopefully that fixes that.
But yeah, Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, I'd have to say, it was too kind of. I'm glad there wasn't a lot of it. It was very brooding, but like seemed almost like looked almost petulant, like teenager, like really young. I'd say like early 20s.
I mean, he's supposed to be, but the point being is that he hasn't found that balance.
Well, yeah,
You know,
I caught
so
that.
in some way, the way I saw it is that Bruce Wayne is really more of a ghost than
at this point
than a
he's not
person.
even being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Really.
because he's just
Batman.
Right. And jumping with the squirrel suit and taking
That
the
was
tumble
weird.
and taking the tumble.
I'm
I mean,
like,
it was
how
kind
did
of
he
cool
not
to see
die?
him not be perfect. So that was kind of cool. But yeah,
I'm
the
like,
squirrel
how
suit
did his
was a
head
little
not come
weird.
off?
I agree,
But-
Jeremy. The squirrel suit was weird. I was like, that's an odd choice.
It was realistic, you know, but it was
I mean,
yeah, it was definitely weird.
How about how loud the Batmobile was? I'm just like, how is he sneaking up on villains? Things like,
Well, the whole thing
whoa.
he hasn't been sneaking up because you know he's clomping around in those big boots. You know, it's just. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's
Same.
It's
Well,
definitely
and
the first part I've watched is fun.
And it's also good always to have a counterpoint, because if we're all just
Fun.
raving about it, like, oh my god, that was amazing, you know, you got to have a counterpoint. You have to have that person who's like, it was okay.
Yeah.
Still not my favorite Batman though.
That's fine.
No, not by a long shot. But like I said, I wanted to
I
start
do
with
like
things that I
the
enjoyed about it. So there was a lot of elements that were fun and interesting and certainly nerd worthy.
Yeah, the shout outs to 66 Batman were everywhere. Like what's her name? Well, the phone, first of all, that was in there. The phone directly to Commissioner Gordon and all that.
Right.
That took me right back to 66. And what's the aunt's name? Or I forget her name from 66 Batman. The old lady, I cannot remember her
Yeah, I know
name.
what you're talking about, but I can't think of her name either.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, that's the first time I think I've ever seen her portrayed other than in 66
Oh,
Batman.
it was the same name? I didn't realize.
I think so. I that's all I could figure who she was. I was like, oh my god, is
Right. And I will say the extra Joker scene, since they actually have that on the map.
that was cool. I like that.
It was interesting, and it looked like he was fresh out of Ace Chemicals. It was all like burnt up,
Ass kicked
like,
by Batman.
Yeah,
over
Tom.
and over.
Aunt Harriet. He's
Thank
correct.
you to Tom Moore.
Yeah.
Aunt Harriet, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
But yeah, that was pretty cool, where he looked fresh and burnt, and that the Joker actually said to the Riddler, "Riddle me this." So he sort of gave him.
Yeah.
I was just kind of, again, I'm hoping that, like, again, I'm fine with seeing the Joker at some point, but I kind of want to give some of the other villains a bit of a shot.
Oh, definitely.
Sure. And the Riddler did a great job, and the how that corresponded to Zodiac Killer with the glyphs and everything. And even his outfit is very similar to Zodiac.
Now, I didn't get all the way through. So, do they bring out quarter owls? Do they mention quarter owls? It feels like that's where they're going.
They said that for the sequels, it's definitely something they might explore, but
the whole thing with right now, Matt, like where Thomas Wayne, he's just finding out about his dad and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So
like,
the point being, so Jeremy, they've said that the Court of Owls is definitely something they've considered.
the arc.
They definitely said they might do. But this was interesting. They might have Calendar Man at some point, which
that'd be cool.
Which, if they're going to do Calendar Man, they obviously are probably going to take more inspiration from Long Halloween, that version, which is very Hannibal Lecter-y.
Right. Oh, and they pulled from the comics too the how Martha is insane and how she's in Arkham.
Yeah.
Right, which was from Batman Earth 1, Volume 2. So, right, and they did, you know, the funny thing, when I checked it online, that wasn't one of the sources that they cited, and I'm like, excuse me, anyone who's read that book clearly knows what you're doing. Like that her being an Arkham and Thomas being a Wayne. Come on, like we know where that's from. Like, please, don't tell.
Colin Farrell, man, woof, as the Penguin, he did a brilliant job.
Oh, yeah, for real. I couldn't even recognize him as Colin Farrell. I'm just like that. He is like a total different person in this character, and it was just
like I said, everybody brought their A game, in my mind, and it was just a good superhero film. And like any superhero film, there are people who think the world of it. There are people who think it's okay. There's some people who hate it, and I was like, okay, fine. You know what I mean? As long as we can all be respectful of each other. It's not like we're gonna tar and feather Rich out of the show. Like, Velvet, you're canceled.
Velvet definitely makes some great points. It's Alfred is a bit dry. Batman definitely he's definitely obviously a younger Batman, but he's so full of angst. But I think with that, we see a lot of growth with him at the end. I mean, he is Batman kicking ass all over the place and everything, but he's
that part I actually love. I'm just like, that's what Batman should be doing. Like, not to the point of like killing people, but breaking their bones, and they're thinking twice before, like that kid that's like about to do whatever initiation into the gang, and like, he fucking scares the just shit out of him.
Right. And he's in Titans, that young kid.
Yeah.
I wonder why he looked familiar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Good catch on that.
Yeah.
Yes, it done, Rich. But listen,
always got the eye open.
Point being is that's good. But can I ask, are we all caught up to Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. Episode 4 hasn't dropped, right?
No.
Tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow. Since you can move the heavens.
Yo, that was super cool.
Was fucking awesome.
What the hell? Why is everybody online saying, "Oh, now Earth is 2,000 years in the past, and now Thanos can be back"? And
these people are stupid.
They are. Yeah.
Because Leo, we're talking about the same fan base that every episode of WandaVision. Oh, this neighbor could be, and I'm just like, or
Mephisto.
It could be a neighbor.
Yeah. It's Mephisto.
Yeah, everything is.
Oh my God, it's Kang.
Like, stop talking about Leo right in front of his face, guys.
I mean, listen, if anybody was going to turn out to be Mephisto, it would totally be Leo.
Oh, yeah.
The person we least expect.
Hey, gingers don't have souls, so it's
then that's why we got 2 of them here, so that's half a soul.
Right.
But
you guys don't realize the contract that we signed just to be on the air here.
It was,
well, 2 and 2. I need a soul, and Jeremy needs a soul, so it's
it's feeding time.
I gotta say though, it really, the show, this just to me really convinced. Like, I already knew, but Oscar Isaac is just, I hope he gets some sort of reward. His performance, just going back and forth and between the personalities. I love that the new episode kind of elaborate more on his relationship with Layla, who I'm hoping that's like a middle name and her real name is Marlene.
Yeah. It definitely seems like it's the Marlene way, because if her father's dead, he's an archaeologist. I mean, that's totally what we read a couple months back, Drew.
Right, exactly. So I'm thinking that, and then it was really interesting seeing the avatars.
For each of the gods, yeah.
Oh, and the actor that was the Collector, it was actually in the comics, he was the Midnight Man.
Right.
And he's also the actor that died after they filmed this.
Yeah. That was really sad. He was very young. He was like 20 something.
Was it a skiing accident, Drew? Am I remembering that correctly? Something like that?
I thought it was an accident, or there was some sort of heart thing. I don't remember. I just remember it was sudden. And I remember like it was before the first episode premiered, so there was tributes and stuff.
Yeah. But the Midnight Man was a big Moon Knight baddie.
Yes, he was.
obviously they will not be able to get to use him again. And in the series, he also collected archaeological treasures, but only kept them for himself. He didn't keep them to like sell off. So
And they mentioned Magic Four also.
yes,
They did. I caught that. I was like, oh, nice. Like I'm all for the subtle drops, you know, like, you know, I just like it's gonna be interesting. So, but I honestly just the relationship between Khonshu and his avatars is just great.
Khonshu is a dick. I thought he would talk.
And I wonder if Arrow was talking to the gods before that whole meeting happened in the last episode, because how he shows up and he's like, "Oh, I told you Khonshu would do that," because he was there with I think the avatar of Horus, maybe.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely some conspiracy going on there. You know, it was a little too easy.
Yeah, and there's that goddess avatar. Seems like the information we were getting that maybe
Hadar.
Yeah, Hadar might have had something going on with Khonshu at one time.
Yep. A little freaky.
Yeah, and I think she was a little insulted that Mark didn't know who she was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I can't wait.
You got to watch out for those jealous goddesses.
This one's only 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're halfway through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, now on to other things. Rich, did you watch the trailer while our very long?
I did indeed. I watched Thor Love and Thunder trailer.
So I'm obviously excited. I thought that was a pretty good first trailer. I feel like it said enough without really giving away too much. Like I think I've seen some people like, oh, where's the villain and stuff. I'm like, isn't it kind of good if we don't see it? You know, wasn't the point of Jaws being that it's scarier that you don't see the shark, and then when you do, it's like, oh shit, that's a shark.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
One thing that the internet's going crazy about is this shot here, which is a exact pull from the comic right here.
Oh,
wow.
Look at
that!
That's pretty cool.
That's some masterful work right there.
A giant Easter bunny.
That is pretty fucking cool.
That's
so the creature's name is Falagar.
Okay.
The artist is Ezrad Ribley.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm saying that right. It's from Thor, God and Thunder 1 through. Actually, I think it's Thor, God and Thunder number.
Wait, Leo, are you talking about the artist for this, Assad Ribic?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I've met him, so I about to say, like, you were like, who?
I got his name wrong. Sorry.
It's fine. Leo, I have to rehearse names with people before I meet him, because the last thing I don't want to be, oh yes, and they're like, oh, that's actually, I'm like, I don't deserve your autograph.
I've done some bad stuff.
Yes, we can tell, and you're clearly by that tone, you're very remorseful about it.
I actually am. Like,
I know,
I completely called one creator by a completely different name because he was sitting next to the name tag and I'd never met the person before, and I was just like, man, I love what you've been doing on this, blah blah blah. And he's like,
that's that guy.
I'm like, oh fuck. And like, I'm in the middle of like praising this guy, ready to do an interview with him, and I'm just like, well, okay.
That's one of those where now. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah. Moved on down. Nope.
But I mean, honestly, Taika Waititi, I mean, right now he's on a roll. I'm very excited by what he brings. Everything looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it does.
You gotta give him credit. Everything is just beautifully lit and choreographed. I'm really looking forward to the humor. It's nice to see that there's still Thor stories to tell. In my mind, you know, because after Endgame, you would kind of think, oh, well, what is there left for Thor? And I'm like, I'm sure there's still a lot.
Well, we know the bad guy is Gore the God Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that will in any way cross over with the Moon Knight gods. Or perhaps that is one of the reasons that they hide away.
Maybe.
I mean, it could be. I'm not going to lie to you. And I've read that story arc, Rich. So it's really hard to say, but I mean that could be an interesting tie-in to it. I think it's just weird for me seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy with Thor. Like, I'm like,
It's as Guardians of the Galaxy.
right, huh?
I really like what's his name's interaction there with fucking Thor.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt. I think the two of them really feed off of each other really well.
Well, they have good senses of humor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well I thought Thor was giving off a little bit of a gay vibe. He was like, "Hey, I'm kind of digging you there,
I have to say that's friggin' hilarious. Him doing
Chris
the,
Pratt." You kind of.
Yeah.
He's like, "Not me, man."
I really thought he had. You know, what's funny? That one thing where he's just kind of 80s-ing it out. He kind of reminded me of the God. There was that other Thor in the 90s, Eric Masterson.
Not Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike. Thank you,
Oh
Rick.
God.
You know, like, but I'm saying, like, he looks like this whole thing is just so well, like, lit and choreographed. Like, it's just everything looks stunning, and it's just, like I said, it's just beautiful to look at.
we get Zeus.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys.
I'm assuming we're gonna have Hercules in this, right?
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking that as well, and I have to say it. If we get Hercules and we get a Hercules movie, and if it all follows the Hercules series, that was Greg Pak, Fred Van Lent, and a bunch of people, I will lose my fucking mind. I was a huge fan of that series. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm just saying, if I see Hercules, yes. Yes, please. Continue.
So
Wait a second.
yeah.
Okay, that's definitely Olympus. Could you see Zeus?
Yeah.
That's a Zeus statue. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Looks very Kitakarsi.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what.
Very,
Leo's
very
talking
Gruenwald.
about. What is it, Leo? Kitakarsi?
Yeah, you know Kitakarsi, the Nintendo game.
The
No,
Nintendo game.
No, I do not at all. But I'll take your word for it.
Leo, congratulations. You've made the obscure reference of the night. You will get nothing and like it.
You've earned your new prize.
Hey. Okay, so I have a question for you all. Let me go to the end here. So, in this scene right here, with everybody going crazy in the background.
Yeah, it's Jane.
Okay, Jane, yes. But let's watch that again. Does it remind you of anything? You have the different creatures, everybody fighting.
Yeah, it's Avengers Endgame.
No.
No? All right.
Well, it may remind you of that. For me, it reminded me of the What If Party Thor
Oh, okay. Yeah,
episode.
very much so. All right.
Okay.
Because we know Doctor Strange is taking parts from What If. Maybe this is another way of them to bridge What If.
That'd be cool. I mean, I love this image. It was pretty great. You know, the shattered Maloney. Okay, how do we say it again? Malonier? Molger?
Millionaire?
Millionaire.
Mjolnir?
Meow
Mjolnir.
meow. Meow meow.
Millionaire.
Hello, meow meow.
And then you gotta listen. Look at Natalie Portman. Look at those biceps. That is
For
pretty
real.
good.
Yeah, she got cut for this, no doubt.
You know,
She was
Like,
doing
shit,
that Helmsworth workout.
who's her trainer? Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2? Like, jeez.
What did I see her in recently?
Linda Hamilton?
Resident Alien.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She was the bad guy.
Yep.
Bad girl.
There you go.
Yeah, well, yeah. Bad person.
A bad girl.
Don't even watch the show, and I know that from a trailer. So
So yeah. more very exciting. That's coming out what, July?
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow, and that's the first trailer?
yeah.
Damn, they're holding back.
So, Leo, what you said something Star Wars related was very big.
Oh yes. Okay, let me pull it up here.
Mitch, you see how his face looked. Oh yes. Oh, okay, cool. This I
So
can talk
Mr. Zack Schneider,
Oh,
Mhm.
what?
now.
he released the first pictures from
Snyder's doing one? Star
Rebel
Wars?
Moon,
Huh.
which is going to be his new Star Wars, possibly a series.
Okay.
Huh.
Can you
And-
explain this to me, please?
Yeah, what do we got here?
So this is just from day one of shooting. I just learned of what learned of this. I didn't know he was doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is first I've heard of Rebel Moon.
Okay.
It's going to be a new series. He is going to be streaming on Netflix of all places.
Whoa.
Wow.
Why not Disney Plus? What's going on there?
Well, probably because he did Army of the Dead with Netflix.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's just banking on that relationship. And then on top of it, despite the fact that I feel more people are not using Netflix than ever before, it is still king.
Oh no, that definitely is.
So, according to IMDb, the people of a galaxy send a young woman to seek out warriors from other planets to help them from the tyrannical armies.
Tyrannical.
Thank you.
This is going to be connected to nothing we know about in Star Wars as of now.
So,
Which could work in its favor.
Yes.
actually, one of the actors is also in Obi-Wan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it stars Rupert Friend, Charlie Hunnam, Sophia Boutella.
Mm-hmm.
Tiela.
Okay. Leo,
That's
I need
probably
to-
not right.
Leo, I don't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt, but I just remembered there was something I wanted to tell you in time for the holidays. If you or your wife are Hallmark fans, get a copy of the Hallmark catalog. They have Mandalorian ornaments that I feel you would very much appreciate. And they also have a Death Star tree topper.
Oh.
You realize she told me I need to start saving money, right?
I was just thinking. I was like, how are you saving this poor boy money?
Okay, first things first.
When's
Okay,
your birthday, Leo?
I did not say, hey, get all of them. Okay, I was simply informing him because what better way to spring Christmas cheer than have, the ornament of the unmasked Mando holding Grogu before he says goodbye. I was like, that's Christmas right there.
That sounds like Christmas to me.
Mhm. And Leo, there's one where you can get the ship, and it's a battery operated one. So if you press the button, it'll start playing the theme song.
But does Grogu have his chainmail armor on with his little lightsaber?
No.
Damn
it. There
You know
is
what?
one where he's sitting in an open present box, and I think he's holding one of those frog things he eats.
Nice. They're
Like
delicious.
I said, it's Hallmark. They
Oh
got
yeah,
some cool stuff.
I have a ton of those from the 90s, the early Star Wars and Star Trek ones. I even got Shuttlecraft Galileo with Leonard Nimoy speaks on it.
Leo,
Are you allowed to adorn it on the tree, Leo? Is the
I
question.
I can and I have, and she
Leo?
loves that I do. But the thing is, we can't power them because the lights don't use that adapter anymore.
Leo, I'm gonna say this to you, and I have only made this offer to a few people. I own, because my mother was the number 2 customer at her Hallmark store when it was still open. I own pretty much almost every Star Wars Hallmark ornament there is, and I don't put them all up. If you ever want, I could literally give you a box of Hallmark ornaments. You can direct your entire tree in nothing but Star Wars. And
I have a lot of them, but they're all in boxes.
Rich, I kid you not. He could do a full tree, and he would still have more that he doesn't put up.
I'd say a third of our tree is Joker, Harley, and Darth Vader and Chewbacca. So yeah.
So
Bring it.
Leo, you
Bring
just gotta
it.
let me know, and you have to you have to give me gas money, but I will literally bring a Star Wars Christmas to your house, and it won't be a single Wookiee porn.
Oh, did you say Wookiee porn?
No Wookiee porn.
No Wookiee porn.
I'm
Okay.
giving you a box, so I have to say that it's not a box of pornography.
But he didn't say that there wouldn't be any droid porn.
Aha!
Aha.
I gotta leave something to the imagination.
Well,
So-
thank you, Drew. That's greatly
Welcome.
appreciated.
The rest of you can starve.
Whew.
Okay. I had something else news-wise. Oh, what the fuck? Ezra Miller was arrested again today.
Whoa.
my
Really?
God!
I didn't hear that.
What
Really?
is going on with dude?
So the story is he was being asked to leave a party. I think it was a party, but he was asked to leave. He threw a fit. And well, the story is that he threw a fit. I don't know this for sure, but early reports are saying he threw a fit and threw a chair, and it hit a woman in the head, and she had like a gash on her head. So
Yeah, this is
that's the early reports, but
Did you
apparently,
tell me to sync this film or what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is this what happens when we reboot the reality? I'm just kind of
Just
wondering.
doesn't sound good.
no.
Yeah. Are you trying to not be the Flash? Because this is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's what, like 4 times in less
Yeah,
than a year?
Could it be that he doesn't want to be Flash and he just wants to get out of it somehow?
Yeah, but
It
you
could-
know, he's kind of
He's
ruining his
definitely having a
career and his
meltdown.
reputation at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and that's the weird thing is because when he was doing Justice League and all the other things, it seemed like, he was pretty well mannered, meeting fans and stuff, but I just feel like the last year or two, he's just gone off the deep end.
Now,
And-
I'm not familiar with his other work, Drew. Has he headlined anything else before? Maybe just the fact of headlining this is too much pressure for him.
Yeah, I think so because a lot of his other
Being a
roles,
leading man.
he's been like a side lead character. Like he did that movie Perks of a Wallflower. I never saw it. I heard it was okay or pretty decent. He was the Flash in in Justice League and the other stuff. He's been in Fantastic Beasts. He was the weird kid in Fantastic Beasts. Noticing a pattern here. I think he's done some other stuff, but like Flash.
So I have his IMDb right up. So he first did Cakey, the Cake from Outer Space in 2006. He was in a bunch of episodes of Californication.
Okay.
Did an episode of Law and Order, SVU.
Everybody's.
Did a bunch of episodes of Royal Pains. That was a good show.
Mhm.
We need to talk about Kevin, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Madame Bovary, the Stanford Prison Experiment, Trainwreck. Let's see, the DC stuff, Fantastic Beasts. Where's Waldo? A short. Fantastic Beasts, Gruenwald.
Yep.
Arrow, the Stand miniseries. He did a voice in Invincible.
Oh, what's he doing in that?
The Stand, he was Trash Can Man.
I was just about to say he's gonna be trash.
Oh,
can
no
man.
kidding, man.
Holy crap!
He does
Wow.
pretty good in that. I kind of liked it. The newer, if that's what the newer one they're talking about.
Yeah.
The newer
Is the
one, yeah.
newer Jeremy? Is the newer one good?
It's interesting. It's definitely like a more in-depth take on it. Like there's
Okay.
this whole community built up, and it's some good stuff.
So it
I'd
kind of
have to say.
builds on what the story. of the
Yeah,
story-
it goes on from what you already know from the if you're more into the mini series, I'd say more the mini series from the 80s, was it? Early 90s.
So that one was a bit more book accurate. This one's a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. No worries.
This one kind of goes on its own and like does some stuff. It updates,
Well, yeah.
Oh, wow. He has a movie coming out with Ben Kingsley.
Oh,
Hey,
Dollyland.
The voice of Khonshu.
It's in post-production right now. Dollyland 1973. Young gallery assistant goes on a wild adventure behind the scenes as he helps the aging genius Salvador Dali prepare for a big show in New York. Stars Ben Kingsley, Ezra Miller, Rupert Graves.
Well, I'm sorry. If he keeps acting like this, he's not going to get much more work.
Maybe he's just a pretentious asshole and has had good handlers until now.
I don't know, but I mean
I don't know the guy, so I don't know.
Yeah, that just can't bode well. I think we're just learning that you just can't tell, because what didn't the same thing with the arrest happen? Because that couple was trying to get him to leave, and he freaked out over them too. They get that restraining order in Hawaii.
Yeah, they threatened some people who were saying karaoke that he was going to kill them, and
So we apparently got to let Ezra Miller leave on his own volition. We can't tell him to leave, or else he goes Zoom.
Yep. One other thing for Thor, people are saying that they digitally removed somebody from this.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jeremy.
So
do you guys remember
Korg?
Yeah, Jeremy, you have to remember. We're talking to the same people who digitally removed a Spider-Man and then wondered why it looked like the lizard was getting hit by random air.
Could have happened.
Well, no. The best is when they put in Macho Man hitting lizard with a chair. I was like, yeah. The return of Bonesaw.
The only other items I have is I picked some items for a pull list for the new comics this week.
Okay.
For Marvel, we have Captain America #0. It's a relaunch of the saga.
Of course.
It's the whole Marvel being rebooted, or
yeah. So it's when Zola launches a catastrophic attack on New York City, he meets his match in Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers. In the explosive battle that follows, two Captain Americas prove better than one. Sam and Steve decide they might just keep a good thing going. Also, we're getting Doctor Strange, Nexus of Nightmares #1. Written by Ralph Macchio, not the Karate Kid.
The Marvel editor, Ralph Macchio.
Yeah. And Spider, this got me. Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse #2.
Marvel really likes to mash up their characters. They're doing something with the Hulk right now.
Hold on. This issue,
Galactus.
Yeah.
Thor Gwen.
Oh, of course.
Thor Gwen is in this
Thwen.
And Thwen?
When are they doing it?
The mighty Thwen.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes.
DC Comics, we're getting Batman, Superman, World's Finest #2. Written by Mark Waid, art by Dan Mora. Batman the Knight #4. Can you sense the theme? And Nightwing #91. Those are the big issues this week.
Oh God.
Which reminds me of the Bloodhaven drop in the Batman movie.
Oh, hey, guys, did you hear Joe St. Pierre is over 100% on his Kickstarter for the Aquarius new Zodiacs and hit his first stretch goal.
That is awesome.
Yes. If I had the ability to drop the things up below or down below or up above, I would, but I'm pretty sure Leo can do that.
Leo totally can do that.
I can do that.
Or you can just look back on our episode.
Or that, yeah. Go back and watch the episode.
Just 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and he wants to come back before it ends, so we'll get him back.
Oh, nice.
Also,
we'll have to find something really creepy to
really
his horror heart.
Yeah.
All right, Leo. Do you who's was this Rich?
It was me.
All right, Rich.
The great Stormbreaker, the Ballad of Beta Ray Bill, written and drawn by Walt Simonson. We are not worthy. And of course, whenever I mention Walt, I have to mention his wife, Louise Simonson, with whum we would
Wheezy.
have Apocalypse and X Factor, which were both
Wheezy.
awesome characters and awesome series.
Gotta love Wheezy.
And there it is. Look at that. Beta Ray Bill, the first ever appearance. Right there on the cover. Leo, break it down for us.
Let me bring up my notes.
Sorry, usually you're
Written in
Ready to go.
1966.
Okay, so yeah, this is
Bringing back classic.
Yeah, we got Mark
Dude, I can't
Gruenwald.
believe how in depth this
Is the
story
editor on
was
this?
from the 60s.
yeah. So
Like,
Walt Simonson is the writer, penciler, inker. Mike Carlin is the assistant editor. Mark Gruenwald was the editor.
Nice, the Grund.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
great. No wonder it was so good. I mean, you got Walt doing the thing. You have Mike Carlin, who's we know would become an even bigger name in DC, and then you have Mark Gruenwald, Marvel's continuity cop, overlooking the whole thing. No wonder it was a brilliant run. You had all that wonderful talent on there. No, I agree with Jeremy. Like there's a reason that Walt's work has stood the test of time and it's still a fan favorite. The detail is phenomenal. And again, this story arc, 4 issues.
Yep.
Wait, 4. There's so much in this. And it's not just the Thor story. There's other stories.
The whole thing going on with Loki in the background and Lady
Baldar.
Baldar
the Brave.
Yeah.
And Volstagg.
Lady Sif.
Oh, I was loving it.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't read a lot of Thor in this.
Yeah, same here.
This had everything. And Fury, I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, even Nick Fury and his
This
flying
was
car.
I have to say, this is a strange era of Thor for me because the whole transforming from Blake into Thor is always weird. I had forgotten that was part of Thor's history for a while.
Yeah, Dr. Donald Blake.
Yeah. I for the longest time I've just been it's just Thor. And
You have to strike the enchanted cane.
Yeah.
So that's the only Thor I knew
really?
growing up. Because I told Velvet before the show, I haven't really read that much Thor, but I remember that from when he was on the Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and interesting the older version of Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Because now we have sort of committed to the actor's name is escaping me at the moment.
Sam Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, and he's from the Ultimate universe, right?
Yeah, and then they made it continuity based that he really
yeah.
Nick's son. And
I'll have to, Drew, you need to tell us more about that at some point because you seem to know a lot about the Ultimates. Like
I am very much through Screen Rant trying to become one of the world's authority on the Ultimate Universe.
I'm loving it because
so close.
I love reading all that stuff. It's I don't know, it's
so
comic
close.
Education.
You're welcome. But it's also funny because my experience with Thor was my first introduction was JMS's Thor run that he did with Olivier Coipel, which I believe was 2008, because that was following Ragnarok, because the gods were dead. Mm-hmm. And then Thor comes back, and that was I think it was 2008 because it was after Civil War. That was my first real introduction to that, and I owned all of that until JMS left the book. I've read some of Walt's stuff. This is my first, and again, like, you just see it and you understand why this is one of the best runs. The creativity is amazing. The style is beautiful. Nothing is rushed. Everything is detailed, and I just feel like it's to me it's fantasy, but it's realistic fantasy, because I feel like some people, they really make it where it's got that whimsical, wispy kind ofness. Like everything is through a fog. This one, it's just like, look at the images. The lines are so crisp and clean.
Yeah, I
Every
forgot how
character.
amazing this was, Drew. I forgot how amazing this was, and it's reinvigorating me to want to look up more of Walt stuff.
Oh, he's
And
great.
as I told you guys behind the scene, I discovered that he apparently since 2015 has been working on IDW on his own version of Thor. And I've only seen the images so far. I haven't read into it, but it looks like he's got blonde hair, and I don't know if it's a skull mask or that's part of his face. But I'm totally intrigued, and this is totally getting me charged. Walt is the man.
And have any of you got to meet him in person? I've met him a few times. He's so pleasant.
In New York Comic Con twice.
Yeah, him and his wife are just the friendliest, cutest couple.
Drew, did you get to check out that series at all that I mentioned?
Which one?
The IDW version of Thor.
No, but I'll check it out. Yeah. No, I didn't even know. I'm sorry, completely skipped my mind, but I'll definitely check it out in my off time. But just again, like, look at that image right there. How beautiful that is. It's like, again, Walt's style is just so clean.
Yeah, and this is 1983. Let's not forget.
What I loved is I could hear each character's own voice as you're reading through. Like, each character has their own personality. That's how much detail was put into it. Like, their different speech patterns and everything. It was really, really well. It was great to read.
All right, let's talk favorite moments.
Just real quick, it's Ragnarok for IDW.
Okay. Ragnarok. Okay. Well, that's easy to remember. It's the end of the world. So let's talk favorite moments. I have 3. My first one is when Volstagg sits on a murderer or an attempted murderer. That, to me, I was like, okay, this is a new thing. When someone is trying to kill your friend, you sit on them and you tell them the long story of why they are where they are.
That's great.
That was pretty great. Seeing his enchanted rams again was pretty amusing to me, because I don't know why, but I was like, what's weird Santa Claus shit is this?
Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. They are totally from mythology.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I just saw them and I was like, this guy's badass. Like, he can fly, but I'm like, no. I have rams.
I got my chariot.
Enchanted chariot pushing rams.
Yeah, badass.
And I will also say, seeing them work together, Beta Ray Bill and Thor, when they're united working together, that was pretty dope. Because you just got the 2 hammers, I was like, wow, that's so cool.
That's a great image right there.
Yeah, look at that. Again, the scope is just fantastic. Those are my 3 favorites. I don't know, you guys.
My favorite has to be when, like, Odin's sitting there and feeling out Beta Ray Bill, and he's just like, that's when Odin's voice really came out for me. He's like sitting there talking to him, and I'm just like, wow, this is really, really good storytelling.
Father.
Wow. And for me, I think it was just the way the whole reason this story connected with me, the way they wrote Beta Ray Bill. He was so honorable. He was what they say in Yiddish, he was a real mensch.
Indeed.
And obviously he was honorable enough to initially take on Thor's hammer. He was so honorable when they were going to battle, and he could have let Thor die,
but he didn't.
And he couldn't do it. Despite the fact that he knew that he needed Thor's weapon to battle the demons to save his people.
Rich, correct me if I'm wrong, but was this the first time we've seen somebody else lift Thor's hammer besides Odin?
Correct. That was the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a big,
It was a big deal.
surprising
these
that
days,
this issue's not as big as it should be. Like
yeah,
with
I
that, and
It was at the time.
I feel like these days everybody can lift Thor's hammer now. Like
all
I
right,
feel like it's kind of lost that luster.
Lady Sif is just hey Gullible's written on the ceiling. Like, come on, come on! You really thought that was Thor? Like, who didn't know that was Loki? I was like, come on.
It's not Thor, it's Adam.
Hey, man.
He does have a very Adamish look on
Yeah.
that left
Indeed.
panel.
Yeah, Adam and Teal.
Or
There you go.
Thundar.
I just feel like if you were in Marvel's Asgard, anytime something weird happened, the first person who like, was this you? Loki. Was this you?
Yeah.
You can tell me, like,
Wasn't.
you know.
And that image was such classic Loki, and also the version of Loki that we pretty much saw in the Disney Plus show.
Was this outfit used by? I don't remember them using.
Was that like
this.
the older version of Loki?
Did they have this outfit in there? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's in the Old Man Loki.
Absolutely. But yeah, strong story, amazing art, and I still feel it stands up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is like MCU stuff right now.
Yeah, it's very timeless. It's got that. What also helps is because it takes place in space and Asgard, and it doesn't really focus on any current events. It has that timeless feel, like it could be any period in history.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So, also, I'm not gonna lie. I like the end when you see what Odin did to kind of help, kind of reward Beta Ray.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was really nice. You know.
Well,
Like,
I'm actually sitting there. I'm like, instead of, why is Odin having him fight to the death instead of just sending him to go help Beta Ray? Like, we're both worried about these demon things, and we're like, hey, fight to the death first.
Well, that was a test. Well, that's what I saw it as.
But
No,
being
was
able to pick up Mjolnir, shouldn't that have been the test? That already proves the worthiness. I mean, Odin himself put that spell on it.
well, I think also on top of it, they had to do it honorably because the fact that Thor already laid claim, but you know they're an old school race, so you know, winning it honorably, he would be the new Thor. But it was like, yeah, but that's my kid, so I'm gonna kind of have to give you a little bit of a fair shot.
Well, could it have been a test for Thor? Because at that point he's deciding, does Beta Ray keep Mjolnir or do they figure out another weapon for him?
Leo,
Well,
at this point, everything's a test for Thor.
It also seems this is where like Odin's deciding to maybe get rid of Blake and like have him just be Thor.
Yeah, maybe. But again, I do agree with Rich. This is 4 issues, but it was just so well paced, well written, well drawn, like hands down. There's nothing in this 4-issue series story arc that to me felt rushed or wasted. Everything everybody had their moment. Everything was concluded. It was just a masterclass in storytelling.
Yeah, the pacing was just great in all these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was a quick, easy read because honestly, I reread this like an hour and a half before this, all 4 issues. It was like 12 minutes of story, boom, boom, boom.
It took me a little bit, just like in the beginning, to get into, because again, I'm not really the biggest Thor fan. So like I was like, okay, I gotta because some I'll just hook.
And this was cool too, because with like Eitri, the guy who was the master craftsman, how he had made the deal with Odin and how Sif came, but he knew darn well that Sif was gonna best this guy.
Yeah, best the giant dwarf bully.
Crafty. Those elves are.
And that's why they make our toys.
Yeah, from Svartalheim.
Scuttlebutt. The name of his shit. ship.
Yeah,
I
Lady
was
Sif and Scuttlebutt having their little private combos together.
We even get a a showing of the wolf and mention of Hela.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fenris
Yep.
Wolf.
Ragnarok. Yeah.
It's always looming. Yeah, we don't know what this was going on either. What else was being crafted?
It was just cool enough to just have this is like the commercial break in between stories.
Yeah,
Doom cereal.
it's coming.
Leo, I'm just still waiting for someone else to intercept the signal who keeps interrupting your feed. One of us in the future.
So what do we think at the end, though? Is that Fing Fang Foom? Is
You
that
know, I was kind of wondering that because I saw that. I was like, that's random. But I don't know. I don't think it is. What do you think, guys?
I mean, I didn't think it was the world serpent.
No, it's not that. Look at that. But God,
That is a great
image.
image of Beta Ray Bill that Leo
Yep.
just passed. Yeah.
Oh, just look at that.
Used to really want those boots.
Look at that, man. That is just
Nothing else, Jar Jar. You're right. Your
Yeah.
fantasies are correct.
The enchantment is mine once more.
Bestow my hammer upon you all.
Thank you, Hebrew Hammer.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, if we're gonna rate this, this is I'm gonna say this is 5 Mjolnirs all the way.
I'll second that.
I'm gonna give this 4.75 Mew Mews.
I'll be at 4.9.
4.9.
All right, so
Mjolnir.
we can all agree. Like this is definitely comes highly recommended. If anybody says,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's a good Thor storyline?"
There you go.
337 to 340. Hit it.
Yep.
So
Ballad of Beta Ray Bill. And I think they did an Avengers version of this too, animated wise.
Oh,
Probably did.
yeah.
Have to check it out.
Makes
I'm
sense.
sure we could find it on the D+.
That was kind of, the funny thing. I was kind of
Everybody
wondering.
loves the D.
Now
Plus.
that Marvel is going more into space, I'm kind of hoping that now that Thor is in space, maybe we'll see Beta Ray in one of the Thor movies, or maybe in
That'd be pretty awesome.
we did.
I'm assuming.
in
We did see
Guardians.
Beta Ray.
We
What?
saw him in. We saw a what was it?
His face was on the building in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was thinking sculpture on the wall. Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we
Yeah,
could
he
see
was
him
he was
there.
he was one of the previous champions.
Right. Well, he's a
Oh.
Corbinite.
Yeah, his face was on there. Hulk's face was on there.
Okay,
I don't know what else was
that's
there.
my bad. But what I'm saying is more than just that. It would be cool to see him, especially like I said, we're really more in space, so might as well.
Absolutely.
I'm
Well,
waiting
yeah, I
for
mean-
Captain Britain. I need Excalibur.
Hey, listen, I still can't believe that we're finally going to see Adam Warlock. I think he's going to be the big baddie in Guardians 3. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And Will Pointer is supposed to be doing that.
And how are they going to do that? Because in the comics, he always pretty much went against Thanos. So this should be interesting how they spin this.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if it's going to be a
What is he
Guardians
going to be
thing,
used for?
listen.
Well,
at
the
this point,
Earth.
yeah, Leo.
I was just gonna say the Earth is 2,000 years in the past now, so we can get Thanos again.
Ha ha ha.
You get it,
Well-
boys.
With the multiverse, you could get a Thanos that's still alive from somewhere that snaps into existence. I
You
don't
know what's also really amusing to me? How I kept feeling like back to Moon Knight, kept making a big deal about being encased in stone, and I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
are you guys aware that there's stronger stuff than if they were like, oh, it's being encased in adamantium, I was like, oh, you're never getting out. You're never getting out. But it's stone. I'm like, so what I'm hearing is if I'm near a marble floor and I knock this statue over, problem solved. Free
Well,
Khonshu.
Khonshu doesn't seem too worried. He's like, hey, tell Mark to free me when you get around to it. I mean, if you get a
Yeah.
chance.
He's just going to like flick them off and
Yeah.
on the floor. There goes the headless bird again.
So are we going to find out Mark had the power in him all the time?
I want to know who the third person is.
It's Jake.
It's
You
gonna be Jake
think?
Loxley.
Jake Loxley.
I could have sworn, and I need to rewatch it.
Seems
But
strange for Jake to come out though and just start killing people at random.
well, maybe
again,
he's more of a
we're not
follower
exactly following Jeremy. Remember, we're not exactly following.
Well, yeah, I know.
The comic accurate personalities. I mean, this one, Steven isn't even a millionaire. He's a
Yeah.
wannabe. He's a
Crazy.
wannabe Egyptologist.
Not even. Yeah.
The only one that's pretty accurate to his comic incarnation is Mark. I was like, I am a scary person. Do not fuck with me.
I will kill you.
Layla's fairly badass herself, though.
Yeah, like what's going on there? She like came out of nowhere with that necklace and was like,
yeah, that
She's
was
like
freaking cool.
She's like an Indiana Jones, female Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that was pretty
digging
dope.
her.
And that secret that Mark has, is it that he killed her father?
That's what I'm figuring.
No, it's that Bushmaster did, Leo. Remember we read the story.
I know we read the story, but everything changes in the MCU, so it's
we could still see Bushmaster. So I just want to point out that could still be a thing.
Yeah. Well, it could just be that he's, Mark when he was working with Mark Spector, and that was the whole change that brought Khonshu into being into Mark's life.
Although I did hear that there are 2 horror movie directors for episodes of Moon Knight. So I think it's like 4 or 5 is supposed to get really trippy. So
really,
Rich and Jeremy, you guys are gonna be good.
Yeah.
You guys get lit, and then you just like, okay, cool. The stars are now growing really fast.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, I'm telling you, that scene was fucking dope. Where they're just like, I'm like, yeah, like
what I see every night. Yeah.
I wish. Damn.
Okay, so looking at the calendar, the episode 4 is tomorrow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
5 is the 27th.
Yeah,
and
Leo, I told you, and the last one is on May 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars Day.
No, well, I know, but I'm just trying to see. Then they switched it to Fridays, so then we have 3 weeks. Fridays. 3 weeks with nothing new.
Oh no!
Oh wow! If only
I'm trying to take down that pirate show, the Takiwati.
Oh
show.
yeah, that's really good.
I'm working. After I got past the first episode, it does definitely get a little bit better. I'm hoping as I go into the 3rd and 4th episode.
When
I get it now.
When Taika appears on the show, it gets a lot better.
I gotta keep catching up on all this stuff. I'm still behind on so much Marvel.
Oh, I still got.
There is so much. There's so many good things.
That was good, Jeremy. That was
it?
Oh yeah, you should totally binge that.
Wasn't a character I thought I'm like,
no, it surprised me. I went in with low expectations. I had no expectations at all on Hawkeye because I've never been a huge Jeremy Renner fan.
Mm-hmm.
But good job. Yeah, totally worth it. Recommend it.
It's just as good.
Oh yeah. We read the book first.
Oh,
nice. Jackson, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
it's really good. No, I gotta sit down and just like binge like a ton of Marvel stuff. I still gotta see Black Widow.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
Black Widow, Eternals, MODOK, Hitmonkey.
Wow, you guys got a lot.
Yeah, I got so much I gotta catch up on. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it.
Ghosts is a good show also.
Oh, and I just saw Leo. You dropped on the Lexay play. Constantine is the new Constantine.
Yes.
Was that the House of Mystery?
Yep.
Yeah.
Animated or live action?
But it's a short. I think it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Jar Jar, did we get you set on Pluther?
What? Who?
Did we get you set on Pluther?
Lexay play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coding it out, peoples.
That
Yeah,
one, there was. Whew,
Leo, you were scaring the kid. You're like,
there was a
"What
lot
the
of
fuck is
weird words there.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and I was looking at Jeremy's eyes when we first started. It looked like he literally just finished a huge bong rip. And I was like, oh, he's totally like blazed out right now.
Mango Kush.
There you go.
Hey, I have a reason. They took it out today.
Oh
and
yeah,
looked
let me
at
see.
it.
Let me see the hand there. He
All
had a
right.
bad car
Yeah,
accident. For
I
those who
gotta do
don't know.
bandage on. Oh, actually, hold on. Hey, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right,
Mhm.
we'll just dance for you while we're waiting. Do 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 do. Nice. Look at that, Drew. Look at that shoulder action. Drew, the beard's really looking nice, man. It's nice and thick right now.
Thank you. Yeah, I like I said, I cleaned it up for my sister's weddings and stuff. Oh, look at that. That's it. Look at that hand.
Look at that. You got some metal in there. Oh, this is
hold on.
Wolverine. Did you have Wolverine claws installed? Is that what you had
Yeah,
installed?
man. Like, check that out. Those are the pins in there.
Nice. So those
Yeah.
adamantium,
Yeah,
vibranium.
the bone right down here at the bottom is what shattered. Right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, how did
So
how did the bone get shattered? Where did they hit you head on?
Yeah, I ran into them head on. They were coming out. I went, and my hand jammed into the steering wheel and just fucking my index finger jammed right into my hand. It was all like coming out at an angle. It was kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm not hungry anymore. I don't know about you guys.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Thanks.
The pins look so weird though, man. I figured they would look like screws or
Oh,
something.
wait a second,
look-
guys. I can say this because I feel like we're gonna wrap up soon. Tomorrow, a happy 420 to you.
Oh,
Yes.
why, yes.
Thank you.
Indeed.
All
And
day
for
long.
me, it will be a happy 7-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, we're gonna get high as fuck.
Our 7 years coming up in May 9th.
Nice.
Nice. Now, Drew, are you guys doing anything special tomorrow night?
Yeah,
Special dinner?
we rented out a B&B for 2 nights up
Nice.
in LaGrangeville, which is about an hour away from us. That's actual upstate New York, kids. It's near Poughkeepsie.
Mhm.
We got a B&B that's I think it's called a yurt. It's like a hut-ish single room.
Oh,
yurt.
very nice. A ute.
A yurt, thank you. That's what it is.
A yurt. Jeremy's correctly. A
We're
yurt.
actually thinking about making one.
Oh, nice. So, and the cool thing is, the ceiling is glass, so we'll be able to fall
Oh.
asleep. And if it's a really nice star,
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so that's this upcoming weekend?
yeah, that's tomorrow. So we're doing that. So I intelligently took off time. So Thursday and Friday. So we're going up tomorrow, and then we'll come back Friday. So it's a two night minimum.
Right. That's cool.
The woman is very health conscious and environmentally friendly. So I'm going to learn. So when we get back, kids, I'll tell you whether or not what a composting toilet is.
That's great. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
And
you're going to be sitting on a litter box. It's going to be a toilet, but it's a litter box.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm kind of
yes.
scared because she was like, "Make sure you read the instructions." I was like, "You're asking a lot."
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were thinking. I'm a big fan of the Airbnb. I think you can stay at some really cool places for really
Mhm.
cheap, and like it's amazing.
Yes,
And-
cheap. Yes.
Well, they were. I don't know what they are now. It depends on, like, I go off season. Like, I'll go up to like the
Yeah,
Vermont places in like the middle of summer or mud season. There you go. Go there during mud season. Wicked cheap.
Oh wait, listen. Don't get me wrong. You know, I get it, but this one was like it was under $500 for just 2
Whoa.
nights. Well, you know what it is? It's not just the nights, but also like all the fees, like cleaning and maintenance and taxes. Like before I knew it, I was like, "How is this $400 and something?"
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, you know what? It's anniversary. We're gonna splurge."
Yeah,
Happy
something
anniversary.
different.
Happy
Experiencing
anniversary.
something different.
Exactly. So I was just like, you know what? I can do, 200
Yeah.
each,
You guys are going to do like a little peyote out there and
Yeah.
have an
I have no
experience.
idea. Probably we'll just
Couscous.
listen. I told her about Jeremy's offer to send some brownies, and she was like, "Wow, it had to be brownies." I was like, "Listen, if you're gonna get high, it might be
You want
with something
cookies?
you love. It's either
Yeah.
cookies or brownies. Either way, I'm gonna be fat." So
Yeah.
I'm bringing some to Sarge's keto-friendly ones for my friend Leo there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how you eat
Leo, you should
keto-friendly.
do that
That
like
shit's
20 minutes
horrible.
before you get on the air next week. That'd be amazing.
There you
Oh,
go.
God.
That would be a show.
No, what would be a show is if we're all reviewing something and we're enjoying some of Jeremy's concoction and we just see the descent into madness.
See, for you guys, you and Leo, you probably have a great reaction. Me and Rich, we're
It'd be like every day.
yeah.
Although you know what,
level.
edibles are different than smoking. Like
They definitely
I
are.
can smoke a lot, but certainly you take edibles that have a decent THC value and woo.
Yeah.
I prefer edibles over smoking. I think it's just because for me it's just a little easier. Just like bam, done. Let me hit me, and then I'm just like.
I like the whole ritual of smoking, breaking it up, packing my bongs in there for like 3 hours.
I don't mind that, but for me, it's just like I like that idea of just out of nowhere, I'll just be hitting it, and then it'll just.
There you go.
See, I've never smoked anything in my entire life, not even cigarettes.
Leo, that
Good
was
for you,
that was
man.
me. That was me like a while ago. And then I was just like, it's not the end of the world. It's not like, listen, it's not like we're saying, hey, Leo, do you want to do black tar heroin?
Well,
do you?
The key is don't eat all of Jeremy's brownie at once.
No,
I will need instructions.
I'm actually
microdosing Leo.
I am. I'm half dosing him, and I make them now in serving sizes from these. What's that? Wonderful pantry place. They have the wonderful cookware. I want to give them a shout out right now, just because it's about marijuana. But like, Pampered Chef, Chef pans. They have these perfect pans. They're all like boop 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 boop. So I just make single servings. You eat one at night. I would say like an hour before bed. That way, like, you're getting ready to go to bed and you're going to be chilling, and like if it's too strong, you can take a nap. If it's not too strong, you might want to sit up and just enjoy the night.
Now, I watch weird shit before I go to bed, like
I believe that.
History Channel, Ancient Aliens, Bigfoot shows, and
good stuff.
I believe that, Leo. I'm friends with you on Facebook. I can believe you watch weird
I'm watching the Obama National Geographic show, so like.
Oh, nice.
I watch some weird shit too.
Oh, by the way, I hope everybody enjoyed a Rick Moranis movie this week, because I do believe 2 days ago was his 69th birthday.
Oh, so, I did not know.
Oh.
Yes, and I will say this.
What is that man doing with himself?
He's just a dad. He's just a chill Canadian dad. He does his music. He does some comedy here and there. He made sporadic appearances, and he'll probably never go back to New York, because he goes back to New York, and what happens? Someone punches him in the face. And you've never seen fandoms more united in a manhunt than when someone assaulted Rick Moranis. Fuck every celebrity, but you do not punch Louis Tully in the face and get away with it. Not Wayne Scalinski. No.
He shrunk the kids not once, not twice, but
three times.
And
he even blew them up.
I will say this though, I have to ask you guys, because I have. What is your favorite Rick Moranis movie? Because
I have to.
Is not Ghostbusters. Funny enough, I will say that.
My Blue Heaven.
Thank you. Oh my God.
That's a good one too. When he starts out singing the "Why do birds suddenly appear?" That is great.
Wait, which one?
Is that My Blue Heaven, or am I thinking something else?
You're thinking something else. My Blue Heaven is the one with him and Steve Martin, where He learns how to merengue in like 15 minutes.
Maybe
Steve Martin's a gangster.
Steve Martin's a gangster, and he's Vinny. He's a con man.
Throw it on Plex. I don't think I've seen that.
It's on there. It's on there.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, he's
Lex
got, a whole
Pay.
he's got a whole Steve Martin channel on that one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god, do you
nice.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, you know what? You guys stay on. I'll show you how to navigate it after.
I gotta watch.
Yeah.
some
Matter of
of
fact, I added a new section. I'm working on it. A Val Kilmer section.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he actually doing a part in Top Gun, or is he just
is.
on the wall?
No, he is. He's doing. His character is in the movie.
Yeah, he's
They
like,
confirmed.
hey, Goose, how you
That's
doing?
gonna be interesting. I wonder.
I
what
know.
they-
When he had the voice, I was like, oh look, we have a live action Ned from South Park. You know, hello, Mrs. Cartman. How are you today? It is great to be here, Jimbo.
We're all evil and dark, dark bastards. All three of us.
I think I started Jeremy.
Leo's like our shining angel. He never says anything bad. The three of us are just evil.
Oh yeah, he's the Paula in our. He was just like, and they're like, no, I'm like, no, you're great. You're just sunshine and rainbows.
Well,
We're all like, you're horrible.
I try to keep the corporate persona like, going 24/7.
You're a politician. Nope. Under advisement. Nope. Can't say anything.
Yeah, we don't want to look. We don't want to look at Leo's real search list at all on the internet. We don't know what's there.
Clear your cookies.
I have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to see what that
Actually,
does.
Yeah. The
I was just going to say,
the Axeman has nothing to hide.
Jeremy doesn't know the Axe story.
No.
For another day.
Jeremy, trust me. Give him one of your brownies. He'll tell you.
Actually, he's coming to Connecticut. I could give him a tour of the old farmhouse.
Oh.
Yeah, the Snake Fest.
Hey, snakes,
What?
calm down.
I thought I was just going to a comic shop.
Yeah, listen.
I don't know if I'm
Jeremy,
ready to go to like some snake house with you.
Jeremy, listen.
Jeremy has limited interactions he can handle
Yeah.
in
Jeremy,
person.
listen. If you see that man walking near a well with a gasoline tank, just sit in the car. Just sit in the car and just wait for him to come back, mob style, and be like,
Yeah, he's going to come back with 2 axes and 2 snake heads.
he's just gonna be like, okay, cool. So you want to go to Denny's? Nice. All right, cool. He'll brush
definitely.
it off so nice, like. Okay.
Actually, Jeremy will definitely clue you in one day when you're ready for it. But for
you
the
gotta
other
be ready
two,
for it. You got to be
yeah.
really ready for it.
I got an update. The house above the old farmhouse, they've been trying to renovate, and essentially they've given up because there's too many snakes.
Overrun by snakes.
Yeah.
You know what this means? Is someone back coming out of retirement? Snakes. Is this like an Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter when he tries to get back in? He's like, oh, let me just. Oh shit! I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hey, Leo, how's that fire insurance doing?
God.
Yeah.
Jeremy, trust me. When you know, it's gonna change you.
All right. Well,
I
anyway.
have pictures too. Yeah, we got to wrap things up. So I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. Definitely check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And we'll kick it off with Jar Jar. Where do you like people interacting with you?
Facebook, Instagram, comic book lovers, buy, sell, trade, and auction page. Yes, that's good.
Drew.
Hi everyone. When I'm not going to sleep, you can find me online. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You'll probably hear the correct name for my Instagram from one of the next 2 Yahoos that you'll see. I do a lot of stuff for Screen Rant when I'm not completely exhausted. I do things here, and right now I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.
Velvet.
So, you know me, Velvet Joker, here every Tuesday night on Splash Pages, a comic book club, our award-winning podcast that you've all come to see. Thank you so much. I should just tape this at this point because I say this every week.
You
And
say it every week.
on the gram at Velvet Joker 2021. If you want to say anything nice, if you want to say anything really shitty, check me out. Also at Ghostbuster Man 1980.
Son of a bitch.
With that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Peace out.
Deuces.